Just showed something falling. I don't know if it was a missile or something intercepted. That's on Intel cams, by the way. Oh, hold on. Something else is happening. Is something else happening? Oh, no. Hold on. I'm seeing something on the other camera. Something came down on this camera. What's going on there? What's happening? What are they showing here, guys? The Beirut camera suddenly moved. I thought it was showing something falling. I don't know.
André, qual a melhor forma de fazer renda extra em 2026?
Com certeza usando aplicativos no celular, aplicativos de renda extra.
Again, it appears that possibly one of the missiles shot down about 10 minutes ago or so might have been a cluster munition. N12 News says reports of airstrikes now in Tehran and Isfahan in Iran. I am seeing a picture, a video of some smoke, I think in Israel somewhere. So I don't know if there's, it sounds like maybe there's been a missile hit. I'm looking for updates on this. Oh, guys, I have... What is this? Hey guys, I have the video from the Pentagon press conference coming up. So let me get that on. Should I put it on the screen for you? Look at this. There's the Pentagon press secretary. That's the Pentagon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's not DC, but that is the Pentagon press conference. That I think is in Florida. Uh-oh, what happened there? Now one of the feeds is missing. All right, I think hold on. Hang on a moment. Just give me a moment. I got to get the feedback. I got to get this feedback. That one. Hold on. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of feeds. So I need to get that feedback for you. They're going to have the Trump event and the Pentagon press conference at the same time? That's what it looks like is going to happen. That's what it looks like. Okay, now we're back with, we have both Beirut cams up now, and we have the press conference cam up, and I'm trying to figure out what happened in Israel. The alert map is called So Far Red Alert, TZOFAR Red Alert.
So does this still sound good? Am I more noticeable than everybody around you? Yeah, kind of. You're picking everything up. But, yeah. Probably better to use the other thing, right?
I have an update here. News: the Security Cabinet posted an update from Elad Israel. Elad Israel says a report was received of interception fragments falling in Elad, Israel. Did we hear a boom from? Are we hearing a boom from Beirut? I don't know. I didn't see anything. I think we heard a boom, but I didn't see anything. All right, hold on a moment. Elad says interception fragments fell in Elad, Israel. They will update if necessary. Sounded like there was a boom on the Beirut cam, but I didn't see anything. There are reports of new airstrikes in multiple locations in Iran going on. We are waiting for the press conference from the Pentagon. Home Front Command says the missile event has now ended. The missile event has now ended for the moment. The missile event has ended. A U.S. official to Al Jazeera denies reports claiming a U.S. fighter jet was shot down. The U.S. is denying the reports that a U.S. fighter jet was shot down over Basra. Just in from Al Jazeera. That is a new report. So breaking, U.S. official to Al Jazeera, we deny reports claiming a U.S. fighter jet was shot down over Basra province in southern Iraq. So again, to repeat, Al Jazeera and Rudaw had reported that Basra police told them they were looking for an American pilot after an American jet was shot down in Basra province. A U.S. official tells Al Jazeera, we deny reports claiming a U.S. fighter jet was shot down over Basra province in southern Iraq. There is apparently some sort of, again, I read that there was interception debris that came down in Israel. So I'm trying to find out exactly what's going on. Give me a moment, give me a moment. Okay, I have an update for you. Manny Fabian says of Times of Israel, there are no immediate reports of injuries from the latest missile attack. We are hearing some gunfire from Beirut. That's something we pretty regularly hear, off and on. According to military assessments, a small number of missiles was launched in the recent missile attack. Missile fragments and submunitions from a cluster bomb warhead impacted in several areas in Israel, causing damage according to the police. One impact site in a central town sparked a fire, rescue services said, but no injuries reported from the latest Israel missile attacks. Iran missile attacks on Israel. This was the 8th launch of missiles from Iran since midnight, which seems like more than yesterday. Breaking news, Israel announces it has begun striking Hezbollah infrastructure in the southern suburbs of Beirut, okay? That is where our cameras are. Israel announced an evacuation of this, an unprecedented evacuation order for the southern suburbs of Beirut, telling everybody to leave. Well, the IDF just said they have begun their strikes. So we're going to probably see a bunch more strikes on our cameras in Beirut. Coming up, because those strikes have begun. So we need to keep an eye out while also keeping a watch on the press conference. But Israel has announced that they have begun those strikes, and I almost want to put this down here, the press conference. I don't want it to take up that much space, because it's important for us to see the other stuff too. I need about a minute. I need 1 minute, guys. Give me a minute. I'm coming right back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that one good? Better? Let me do this one. 2. Yeah? Okay, 1, 2, yeah, now 3, 4. Good? You fixed it?
There has just been another airstrike, apparently. I will rewind and show you that. Another airstrike in Israel, in Beirut, Lebanon. I'm going to rewind that and show you guys. Okay. So what I need to do is just take 1 second here. I'm going to do this, and I was just away when that happened. So give me a moment. Let me just rewind that for a second, and we'll watch it again. Hang on a moment. I am replaying this airstrike. This is a replay from moments ago. Okay, so we saw that and the smoke go up. Did the other camera catch it or not? Did the other camera not catch it either? Okay. So that was one right there. The other camera did not catch it either, people are saying. Okay. All right. So, we have 2 different cameras. And this is supposed to be extensive airstrike expected from Israel in Beirut.
Check, check. Testing, testing. Good?
I'm going to remove... I'll leave that up there. Do I have time to thank a couple people? I'll see. Quick thanks if I can. Johan Weeback, T-Mac Gamer, Patricia Grace 18, Blake, Miss Curvy, Holy Earth, Pores EH, I Ain't Charlie, CAC 813, Carrieds, and Do the Relaxing Ad, Steve Smith. Thank you, Steve. And Holy Earth. And hold on a second here. I don't know if I caught up here. I think I missed some. Give me one moment. Also, thanks so much to
check. Testing, testing. You good?
Mendel
Keep going.
Rotenberg.
1, 2. Yep.
Mendy R. Mendy, there is a live chat on YouTube. I'm looking at it right now. Thank you, Mendy, for watching. And also, Bill Andrews. Thank you, Bill Andrews. And on Twitch, Kai Smooth, Baby Duck 5, the King of Wit. John Deeds. Thank you. Nate Gray. Give me a moment here. We are keeping our eyes on Beirut. Israel has begun airstrikes in Beirut against Hezbollah targets, they say. Oh, thanks, Florian Meyer. Hey, thanks so much to Florian Meyer for your support. I really appreciate it, Florian. Thank you. I think Florian is in Switzerland. What is this here?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3.
Oh, sorry. The Pentagon. We can lose the clock. We can lose the clock for the Pentagon, and we're going to show you. We're going to have the press conference small on the screen there for you, and maybe I can put something on the screen saying live Pentagon press conference. Got to be smaller than that, though. We are expecting more A quick reminder, the chat is for discussing the news topics we are covering and not for giving me orders as if you're the director of the program. Thank you. The AP feed is having some issues. AP feed is having some issues, so I might turn that down a little bit. Well, I'll leave it. Breaking news. Central Command has posted about the rumors of a plane crashing and denied it. This is from U.S. Central Command. Rumors are circulating on social media of a U.S. fighter jet crash over Basra. These are baseless and not true. Let me refresh this. Hold on. President Trump is about to do an event with the soccer Miami team at the same time as this press conference. We're not going to watch that live, but maybe we can after check if he said anything about Iran. It's very strange timing. I don't know why they're having President Trump's event and the Pentagon press conference at the same time. A lot of people reporting problems with Amazon. A lot of our viewers are saying there's problems with Amazon. Uh-oh, what happened here? Now what did I do? Hold on. Got to do something real quick here. Hey, thanks so much to Sobek. Sobek, I can't. Sobek, I really appreciate that, Sobek. I can't do it, Sobek. If you want to email me and I'll refund you the money, I can't do it. I'm sorry, Sobek. I really appreciate it. If you want to talk about it, message me, Sobek. Okay. So I really, another explosion, another airstrike, right now. Breaking news. We just saw another airstrike. Wow. Hold on. The sound is delayed, I think, is what happens, is you're seeing it before the sound, but that was just another one right in front of us, right in front of the cameras, the viewer said. Oh, I just saw one on the top. So on the top, is that a new one on the top? Is that a new one? We just saw an explosion on the top camera, guys. We just saw an explosion on the top camera. Are we going to see that on the bottom camera too now? I'm so confused. Because both cameras are live. Both cameras are live. Both cameras are live. Those are both live cameras. So we just saw an explosion on the top camera. They're both live cameras. I just checked. They're both live. So I think we just saw another one on the top camera. There are supposed to be extensive airstrikes in Beirut because they've ordered all the southern suburbs, the entire area is supposed to be evacuated. Unprecedented evacuation order. They are striking Hezbollah targets, so we're expecting extensive airstrikes. I think if one camera is behind, that just, I don't know, but I have them both live. On my end, they are both live. So no, I'm not going to replay right now. We're leaving it live. We're leaving it live. We'll leave both cameras up. Yeah, so it is possible that one of the cameras is just delayed for the others. But again, I have them both live on my end. I have the sound on from both cameras. The sound is on from both cameras. Yeah, like one of our viewers just said, AP is having some issues and it's buffering. So AP might be getting behind because it's buffering. AP is having some issues with its camera, it appears. And I've refreshed it a couple times, but it appears AP is having a bit of an issue. I'm not showing, there's too much going on. I'm going to show Trump later. I'm not showing Trump now. I'll show him later. There's too much going on. I can't have everything on the screen at once. There's too much going on. We'll show Trump later. If he talks about Iran, we'll replay it. I'm not showing it. Can't do it. Too much happening. I don't know why Trump and the Pentagon are doing this stuff at the same time. Unless they're gonna wait for the Pentagon press conference for after Trump. But Trump is talking about he's meeting with a soccer team. Hey, Sobek, just to address you, I just don't do a thing where I have a policy where I don't accept money for other people. If you want to send funds to somebody else, just send it to them directly. I've had that policy on this channel forever. I am not a financial intermediary. And again, if you want a refund, let me know. Email me on X or at agendafreetv@gmail.com. All right, so sorry about that. Hey, thanks so much to our moderators. Let me see if I can get them a quick thanks here before everything starts. I think the audio from Trump is coming on in the Pentagon press conference. We're hearing like bleed of Trump's audio in the Pentagon press conference. Hey, thank you, Ruth. Thanks so much, Ruth, for moderating over on YouTube. Tampa is where the Pentagon press conference is. Tampa is where the Pentagon press conference is. It's not actually at the Pentagon. Oh, AP, I think we're getting one of the camera feeds has a weird sound on it. All right, I turned off the AP sound because they were getting that high-pitched sound. Thank you to our moderators over there on Twitch. Bastion Girl, Big Ball of Yarn, LB Prairie Dawn, Idaho Star, I Got That Fire, Matthew Kohai 3, Surly Dev, thank you. Linda Belk, Larry, and Misha on X, thank you so much. And Kay Lowry Body over there on Facebook, Tina Niazi, Paul Anderson, Margaret Riley, thanks to all of our moderators, I really appreciate it. Also, thanks so much to hey, Bloomsdale, that's very kind of you. That's very kind of you, Bloomsdale. Thanks so much. Bloomsdale also says, I am so proud of our military and what they are doing. God bless. Thank you, Bloomsdale70. And also, Feeling the Future With. Feeling the Future With. The whole name doesn't even come up. Feeling the Future With something. Thank you very much. With geometry. Feeling the Future with geometry. Also, Music, Poetry, Art 97 as a truck driver. Hey, thanks for that very much. Appreciate it. Music, Poetry, Art 97. Glad you can listen. Oh, wow. Hey, Bloomsdale70, that's incredibly generous of you. Bloomsdale70, wow. Very nice. We'll put it towards more of the feeds. Oh, I'm seeing a fire now. I'm seeing a fire now. Was that hit before? You guys see that? Yeah, I'll have to replay Trump later. Hey, Bloomsdale, that's really nice of you. Thank you. I just saw that right there. Very generous of Bloomsdale. Thank you again so much. Really appreciate it. I have some other people I need to thank too. I'll thank some more people in a bit. Sorry, there's too much going on. All right, we're seeing a fire burning. But that wasn't a new strike, I don't believe, right? Nobody said they saw a flash. So my guess is that that's from the previous strike. Tampa is where the press conference is.
And our country has never been bigger, better, richer.
I know it's at CENTCOM. Should I say CENTCOM? Beirut and CENTCOM. How's that? Because people keep asking about Tampa. There. I guess it's a Department of War press conference. Anyways, maybe Pentagon is confusing. Thanks also to Shahzad Saeed. Thank you so much, Shahzad. Marcus, 1967. Carrie McLean, Carrie Bouge, Jortheo, Mike from Jersey, Deb Uno, Carrie McLean, Marcus, 1967. Doug Ross, Lola Page, Nathan L., Elijah Denton, Nellie, Slappy, Bloomsdale 70. Again, thank you so much, Bloomsdale 70. That was incredibly generous of you. I really appreciate that. Appreciate your support for the channel. Lobster Bobster. Lobster Bobster, I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Logan Griffin, Ghost More Girls, David C. 4805, aka Macro Geek, Rune 1033, Weasel Acres, Hot Fix, Sokadeb Burn, 8585, Johan Wilp, Weeback, T-Mac Gamer, Patricia Grace. Thank you very much. All right, it looks like the Pentagon, the Pentagon press conference may start soon. So we're waiting. We are expecting more airstrikes in Beirut at any moment. Israel says it is conducting airstrikes in Beirut. They have ordered an unprecedented evacuation of southern Beirut earlier today. You are hearing Trump's voice because I guess it is playing at the Pentagon. I bet they're not. I wonder if they're not going to start the Pentagon thing until Trump finishes. Gas Buddy reports. This is from Patrick DeHaan, head of petroleum analysis at Gas Buddy. He is a gas price expert. He reports the national average price of gasoline has risen to $3.26.2 per gallon, the highest level recorded during either of Trump's terms in office. Whoa, the camera's messed up. They got to fix the camera. Hopefully they get that fixed on the AFP camera. Looks like they're adjusting something there, or some kind of adjustment. Oh, they're fixing it. Very good, they're fixing it. Camera zooming in. Oh, it says Israeli. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice that I wrote Israeli and not Israel. My fault. Thank you. Al Jazeera, 5 hours ago, Al Jazeera reported 5 hours ago, Lebanon's president asks Francis Macron to intervene and prevent Israel's threatened mass bombing of Beirut. I actually have a third Beirut can I haven't even put up yet, but these two are better. I don't need the upcoming, we'll just put it like this. They're making an adjustment at one of the podiums, one of the podia at the press conference. AP says Israel launched a series of strikes on the southern suburbs of Beirut today after ordering all residents of the densely populated area to evacuate. And we are expecting, by the way, more airstrikes. AP says traffic was gridlocked in Lebanon's capital today as panicked residents tried to flee after Israel's military issued an evacuation notice telling residents to save your lives and evacuate your homes immediately, and specified which routes they should take to escape. Hours later, strikes began to hit the suburbs of Beirut. You're looking at one of them, the aftermath right now. Since the resurgence of hostilities between Israel and the Hezbollah militant group, Israel has struck sites in Beirut suburbs and issued a blanket warning also for residents south of the Litani River in southern Lebanon to evacuate their homes. But they had previously never issued, I believe, a blanket evacuation order for Beirut's southern suburbs until today. After the attacks by the U.S. and Israel on Iran triggered a new war in the Middle East, Hezbollah launched missiles and drones into Israel for the first time in over a year, and Israel has retaliated with bombardment of southern Lebanon and Beirut's southern suburbs. By the way, Israel also ordered a big part of the Bekaa Valley to evacuate today, which I checked online, and it seemed, if my source online was correct, about 50,000 people live there and were told to evacuate. The president of Lebanon called Emmanuel Macron, French president, in an urgent bid to halt the anticipated widespread strikes. Macron issued a statement calling for an end to the conflict and announcing that Paris will send aid to Lebanon. Macron said he had communicated with President Trump, Prime Minister of Israel Netanyahu, and Lebanon's top political leadership. UN peacekeepers in southern Lebanon. Remember, Beirut is more in the middle of Lebanon, on the west coast, not next to Israel on the southern border. But UN peacekeepers in southern Lebanon have seen and heard clashes in the area as more Israeli forces have moved across the border, said a UN FIL spokesperson. The UN peacekeepers said that ground combat was observed in a village near the border with Israel overnight. On Tuesday, Israel said it had sent additional troops into southern Lebanon. Israeli forces had already been occupying several border points in Lebanon since a U.S.-brokered November 2024 ceasefire had halted the previous Israel-Hezbollah war. Thank you so much, News Junk 72. Thank you. Thank you, of Average Dad 814. There was a report of some debris that fell in Israel, I think maybe Tel Aviv area, in the last wave of missiles. Yeah, Manny Fabian of Times of Israel said, in the last missile attacks from Iran, missile fragments and submunitions from a cluster bomb warhead impacted in several areas in central Israel, causing damage, said the police. One impact site in a central town sparked a fire. So I really think what happened here, I was wondering about this. I said, are they really going to have the Pentagon press conference at the same time as President Trump is speaking? Trump is speaking now. I'm going to put, is he taking questions? I'm going to put Trump up because he's actually speaking, and it looks like they're holding off on the press conference till he finishes speaking. So give me one moment here. Let me try to get that on the screen for you. Hold on. Oh, I think I have it here. This is the
Standing
Trump
before you, Inter Miami is one of the world's biggest clubs. Most based on history.
Oh, hold on. I
but
think
our
that's
history
old.
has been
That's
short.
old. That's old.
But
Hold on.
having
Wait,
a winning
wait,
culture.
Wait. Hold on.
Having
Wait a second. Just wait. Here is the Trump event. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Oh, that is live. That was live. So he's not just, I thought he might be speaking about Iran right now, Trump. But looks like they're still talking about soccer.
we will continue to be successful. And hopefully, Mr. President, this is not our only visit here celebrating an MLS Cup championship. But this team is an embodiment of that. And I want to thank you to be able to express this to you, to so many dear friends, loved ones, and global
I think he said
fans
stuff
all over the
before.
world.
We'll have to maybe
We
go
fill
back and
stadiums
rewind
everywhere. We're playing this weekend against DC United at the Raven Stadium in Baltimore, because we'll have a sellout there. We sell out everywhere we go. We open the season in the LA Coliseum with a record crowd. But it is our aspiration to continue breaking barriers, to putting no limits, to making sure that Major League Soccer in Inter Miami over the course of the next few years is considered with the elite of global football. So with that said, Mr. President, thank you. Thanking you for sharing this championship with us, that we can share it with our families in the people's house and we can share it with the world. Thank you. And now we have some gifts we'd like to present to you.
They're giving him a Trump soccer jersey.
This, Mr. President, says USA 250 on the front, which we have on our jersey. And this is Trump 47 and Lionel Messi's number 10 is a best-selling jersey in the world. Made, which hopefully will have a rightful place in the Oval Office, in dedication of you, dedicated for our championship. That's for you, Mr. President. And then, most importantly, this is a very, very special limited edition Inter Miami Pink Tudor watch. It's etched on the back with your name in a tribute to you, and special because time is a precious element. Time has a lot of meaning, I think, to all of us. And we wanted to gift you that. And also we have an additional gift, which is another jersey for very illustrious Chief of Staff. So we do have her jersey somewhere. It says Chief of Staff number 32. But thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. And I want to just invite the team to the Oval Office, very, very special place. It's sort of the center of the world, especially now, but always. It's the center of the world. We have a little present for you there. And anybody would like to come, you could just follow me on down there, okay? You'll see the Oval, and you'll have some fun. Thank you all very much.
Okay, now they're going to start the press conference. Now that's over, I was wondering, like, why did they schedule these things at the same time? Well, the press conference is going to start now, right after Trump. There you go. 1 minute warning. They literally waited. They literally waited for one to finish. So there you go. We'll keep an eye on, while that press conference is going on, we're going to watch the cameras from Beirut as well.
Well, good afternoon. I'm honored to stand right here today alongside one of America's finest, Admiral Brad Cooper, Commander of U.S. Central Command. We just had a chance to spend a couple of hours together, better part of 2 hours, going through the entirety of this operation, Operation Epic Fury. And Admiral, I want to thank you for everything you do and your incredible leadership, for your dynamic thinking, the way you're attacking this problem set on every level. In just days of Operation Epic Fury, you and your team have delivered nothing short of devastating, precise strikes, taking out the better part of Iran's Navy, making it combat ineffective, neutralizing missile sites and launchers, and establishing total dominance over the skies we fly over and seas we fly over. Our forces are executing with unmatched skill, and the mission is advancing decisively. This is the kind of no-nonsense, results-driven warfighting that America demands. And you're delivering it in spades. You are the man for this moment. Admiral Cooper, on behalf of the President, the Department of War, and every American watching, I want to thank you for the outstanding job you and CENTCOM are doing. Keep pressing the fight, and we are with you all the way. A few thoughts before I hand it over to the Admiral for an update. Iran is hoping that we cannot sustain this, which is a really bad miscalculation for the IRGC in Iran. You see, there's no shortage of American will here. We remember and honor our fallen. those 6 that we will soon welcome at Dover, who gave everything for their country in this mission. We remember them. But we remember them by rededicating ourselves even more fervently to this mission. Our commitment to our mission objectives only increases as our advantages continue to increase. We've got no shortage of munitions. Our stockpiles of defensive and offensive weapons allow us to sustain this campaign as long as we need to. Again, our munition status only increases as our advantage increases. Our capabilities, we have only just begun to fight, and fight decisively. Having a chance to hear from Admiral Cooper. If you think you've seen something, just wait. The amount of combat power that's still flowing, that's still coming, that we'll be able to project over Iran is a multiples of what it currently is right now when you add up our capabilities and those of the Israeli Defense Forces. And we have no shortage of authorities. The Admiral knows we have clear objectives with maximum authorities on the battlefield. The dumb, politically correct wars of the past were the opposite of what we're doing here. They had vague objectives with restrictive, minimalist rules of engagement. No more. Our authorities, his authorities, CENTCOM's authorities through the President and myself are maxed out. Our capabilities are overwhelming and gathering still, as are those of our Israeli partners. Our munitions are full up, and our will is ironclad, which means our timeline is ours and ours alone to control. As long as it takes to ensure the United States of America achieves these objectives. And as we flow more forces, and as we flow more capabilities, and as our munitions, as we're flying over the top, have even more devastating effects, we set the tempo, we set the timeline, led by the commander on the ground. Our ear is to the ground to listen to Admiral Cooper. What he needs and what he needs, he will get. We are built for this fight, and we are in it to win it. And we have the right commander in the lead. So I'll now hand it over to Admiral Brad Cooper to give you an update right here from CENTCOM. Admiral.
Mr. Secretary, first, thank you very much and good afternoon, and welcome to U.S. Central Command Headquarters, America's War-Fighting Headquarters. It's great to be here alongside the Secretary and representing the more than 50,000 men and women in uniform currently executing Operation Epic Fury. So, Mr. Secretary, first, thank you very much for your leadership and support and the very clear vision and objectives that you've given us to allow us to use overwhelming force against the Iranian terrorist regime. And thanks to all of you for attending today, and welcome to Tampa. We are now starting our 6th day of a historic mission to eliminate Iran's ability to threaten Americans. We are, if I could channel my inner Navy officer, we are at full speed ahead in executing orders given by leadership in Washington. The President and Secretary Hegseth have been crystal clear in their expectations, and we are at a high level of execution. As described by the Secretary and earlier this week by me, U.S. combat power is building as Iranian combat power declines. Our air dominance allows us to hit Iran's center of gravity with overwhelming power and reach. A couple of examples. In just the last 72 hours, America's bomber force has struck nearly 200 targets deep inside of Iran, including around Tehran. And in just the last hour, U.S. B-2 bombers dropped dozens of 2,000-pound penetrator bombs, targeting deeply buried ballistic missile launchers. Notably, we've also struck Iran's equivalent of Space Command, which degrades their ability to threaten Americans. Then, if I just look back over the last 24 hours of the operation compared to where we were at start, ballistic missile attacks have decreased by 90% since day one. Drone attacks have decreased by 83% since day one. Having said this, we remain vigilant. Our strikes against the Iranian Navy have intensified. You may have heard the President say just a little while ago that we have sunk or destroyed 24 ships. That was true at the moment. We're now up over 30 ships. And in just the last few hours, we hit an Iranian drone carrier ship, roughly the size of a World War II aircraft carrier. And as we speak, it's on fire. The President gave us another task, to raise or level Iran's ballistic missile industrial base. So we're not just hitting what they have, we're destroying their ability to rebuild. And so as we transition to the next phase of this operation, we will systemically dismantle Iran's missile production capability for the future, and that's absolutely in progress. This is going to take some time, but our forces are well supplied, as the Secretary said, and we are absolutely ready to prosecute this
Breaking
mission
news!
decisively.
Avião dentro do Iraque, nesse exato momento, galera, se liga. Caralho, viado, deixaram o transponder ligado. Avião dentro do Iraque, não foda-se.
Shoulder to shoulder with our partners in the region, in many cases, providing the most integrated air defense network in Middle East history. We are fighting to win. Through combined U.S. and Israeli combat power, we will continue decimating Iran's ability to project power outside its borders. And if I can just conclude by saying a strong salute to the brave men and women who are out on the pointy edge of this, really doing exceptional work. I just couldn't be prouder, and I know the American people share in that same pride. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. And with that, we'll take a few questions. Yeah, right here.
Sorry, can't hear the questions.
Go ahead.
We're very familiar with Iranians' capabilities, and as you might imagine, we planned for it right from the outset, and I feel good about what the plan was. Like any good organization, we adjust as necessary to meet the environment, and we've made those appropriate adjustments.
Absolutely. Right here. As CENTCOM pointed out, that those reports of an F-15 being shot down are false. As you can imagine, Iran is doing everything it can to peddle in lies, deception, and inflation of numbers and reality, mostly to propagandize to their own people. Right? They've shut down the internet.
Falso que foi derrubado F-15.
Convince their own population that they're having success. One thing one of their leaders said recently is
derrubaram a internet.
500 Americans have been killed, they claim. These are lies. The lies will continue. CENTCOM will continue to debunk those lies. So, and as often is the case in conflict, first reports are often
não morreu 500 americanos.
To nuclear material and things like that. One of the objectives the president has always said is that Iran will not have a nuclear bomb, nuclear capabilities, but we will never disclose what we will or will
not do
inside
Iraque, caralho, não é do Irã não, porra.
So Admiral Cooper's got a plan. We're working
that plan,
and targets will be struck or not struck according to what we want to achieve.
Esse avião tá no Iraque, não é do Irã não, porra.
Vamos raspar, hein? Ó, primeira raspadinha já saiu 1000 giros, rapaziada. Vamos pegar aqui em cima aqui, ó.
Ultimately, I think the president's having a heck of a say in who runs Iran, given the ongoing operation we have. So there's no expansion.
Nossa, já ia falar, mano, o que é isso aqui? É um avião.
I think today's a great example
avião passando por cima do Líbano nesse exato momento.
Vamos ver esse avião. Florida today, where we announced, America's counter-cartel conference.
Vê se a gente acha esse avião aqui, ó.
18 countries coming together from Central, South America, and the Caribbean, coming together to fight cartels.
Vamos ver se a gente acha aquele avião.
Something that is ongoing. We're focused there. We're focused in the Indo-Pacific. We can mass combat power in CENTCOM. EUCOM is able to support that as well.
O avião que tá passando agora é esse aqui, será?
We're laser focused on our hemisphere and our homeland.
Que tá passando no Líbano?
That's why we're working with partners to take on cartels. That's why we're sinking drug boats. That's why we're on the offense there. But the beautiful things about combatant commands
barulho.
Is that,
o avião passando aqui, ó, no Líbano.
Brad Cooper's laser focused on Central Command, just like Frank Donovan is laser focused on Southern Command. We can do both. That's what a global power can do. Ultimately, this issue of Iran's nuclear pursuit and their unwillingness through negotiations to stop it was something President Trump has said for a long time needs to be dealt with. And after 47 years, he's doing something that no other president was willing to do. And we're doing it overwhelmingly, and we're doing it decisively, while also in other parts of the globe having the desired effects. I mean, take, for example, what we displayed yesterday, the Iranian ship in the Indian Ocean, sunk by Indo-PACOM, another combatant command, who coordinated with us in order to make that happen.
Eu quero a imagem mais
America's
aberta,
reach is global. Our focus here, though, those missions are narrow, they're scoped, and Admiral Cooper is well on his way to ensuring that we reach those objectives. Right here, yes, sir.
Go ahead. Sure. I'm not familiar with the particular offer, but interceptors in general, we've had a number of new capabilities being fielded. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about it from an operational perspective of what those are. But I think you have seen over a period of time us kind of get on the other side of this cost curve on drones in general. If I just walk back a couple of years, you remember what you used to always hear, we're shooting down a $50,000 drone with a $2 million missile. These days, we're spending a lot of time shooting down $100,000 drones with $10,000 weapons from ours. So that's one aspect of it. Lucas, indispensable. As many of you know, and if you don't know, this was an original Iranian drone design. We captured it, pulled the guts out, sent it back to America, put a little Made America on it, brought it back here, and we're shooting it at the Iranians. Good targets.
Good targets. Absolutely. Right there.
É aquele avião que tem o super radar na parte de cima. Bom, para quem tá chegando agora, seja muito bem-vindo, pessoal. O que tá acontecendo? Estamos tendo um depoimento lá no Pentágono, tá? No qual nós temos membros do Exército e da Aeronáutica e da Marinha lá representando as Forças Armadas Americanas. Eles estão dando depoimentos e passando informações aí para os jornalistas, né? Eles já falaram que estão super preparados porque vai vir. Cada dia que passa eles estão mais municiados. O Irã cortou realmente a internet lá do Irã. Está passando fake news para a população se sentir protegida. Junto disso, nós nós presenciamos aqui ataques de Israel em pontos específicos no Líbano, que são essas câmeras aqui, são diretamente do Líbano, no qual estão fazendo ataques cirúrgicos contra pontos específicos onde tem grupos de terroristas do Hezbollah, beleza? Eu preciso confirmar se a França está junto com o Líbano ou não.
Who are targeting the protesters, first and foremost. I'd also just double down on the president's comments that he previously made to the people. Stay in your homes, keep things calm, stay out of the way. There's a lot of U.S. and Israeli capacity coming over. We're hitting a lot of targets. The best thing for them to do for right now is just to lay low. Right here.
O Irã pode ter pouco armamento, mas os caras tá acertando também, ó. Ó, hipersônico, cara. Toma. Esse ataque foi ao vídeo, mostra 2 impactos de mísseis iranianos no Banrai, sei lá como é que se pronuncia. Um na área da base naval dos Estados Unidos e outro na refinaria de Banrai.
I think it's safe to say there's no plan for a wave of new Middle Eastern refugees to the United States of America. I think as the president has pointed out for a long time,
outros novos ataques em Dubai, hein? Ó, forte explosão no Dubai. A área estava sob forte ataque de drones iranianos. Um deve ter escapado das defesas e atingiu o alvo. Olha aí, ó. Olha aí, ó. Dubai. Dubai. Acertaram Dubai. Imagens da explosão na base aérea de Bushehr, no Irã. Repare na força da onda de choque. Vamos ver esse daqui, ó.
Well, as the president stated, it was unfortunate
bateu,
that the Brits didn't from day one say, hey, go ahead and have access. But we got there. We got there, and that's now part of the way that we're operationalizing bomber runs. Part of when we say more to come, more fighter squadrons, it's more capabilities, and it's more bomber pulses more frequently. The amount of firepower over Iran and over Tehran is about to surge dramatically. And part of it is that we're going to have even more basing. And it's not just the UK. We've had other friends step up, and we're grateful for that. Maybe one more right here.
Isso foi no Irã.
I'm sure there are plans, and I'll let the Admiral speak to that, but that does allow me to kind of address this idea that the war might be expanding, or there's chaos, and nothing could be further from the truth. If anything, what Iran is doing by targeting allied countries that would otherwise want to stay out of this, they've actually pulled them into the American orbit. So now you've got UAE and Qatar and Bahrain and Saudi and Kuwait and others saying, hey, we're with you. We'll shoot with you. We'll fly with you. We'll defend with you. We'll allow you more basing and other opportunities, a lot of which we can't talk about and won't talk about. But it's actually firming up the unity of the resistance in order to focus exactly where we need to. So this idea that it's expanding or going, no, it's actually simplifying in a number of ways exactly what we need to achieve and how we'll achieve.
Câmera se movimentando,
I won't get ahead of policy.
Câmera de Leblon se movimentando.
What I will point out is this is now the 12th country that Iran has attacked. 12 countries, and it goes right back to the Secretary's point. Those 12 countries are none too happy, and I look forward to working with all the partners who are willing to join us in this.
And I would just close by saying,
Líbano. Deixa eu pegar café aqui, peraí.
Selecionamos você para uma missão exclusiva na Lotu.
Recarregue sua conta e desbloqueie.
Deixa eu pegar café.
Securing our border and keeping us focused on threats, and the president making a change. We all serve at the pleasure of the president. I'm sure Mark Wayne Mullen will do a fantastic job. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. But Christie did a great job setting us up for success. So I don't have any concerns about whether or not the homeland will be covered down on. And I'll just end by saying I wish every American could get a chance to see what we see. I had a chance to go into the control room, into the Tactical Operations Center, go see these young men and women that are doing this, the dedication that they show at every level, the way they've refined their craft. I was talking to a young colonel who's iterating on how we target and how we find and fix different aspects of what the Iranians are trying to do. If they don't know what they're up against. And if they think they've got it solved for, they're wrong. And ultimately, the combination of our ingenuity, the skill, the professionalism, the discipline, and then the sheer weight of the capabilities of the U.S. military, what you're going to see may look routine. It may start to be like, oh, another boat. Oh, another launcher. Oh, another drone facility. What it takes to do this with the precision that we do is world-class. No one else can do it. And it's world-class Americans. Like the ones I saw here, like the ones that are coming home that we're going to greet home, that are the engine of what makes our country great. And so I'm so grateful for folks like those here at CENTCOM, at Central Command, who are under your command.
Opa, tá pegando
Thank
fogo
you for
aqui.
your decisive leadership. And all I say to you is what I say to them, keep going. Because the President and myself, we have your back. Thank you, Admiral. Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Mandou R$2 pra gente foi o LC Benevide. Mandou R$2, falou: eu avisei, Irã não é Venezuela. É, meu amigo.
That was the
Pessoal, vamos tentar bater 400 likes aí, beleza? Falta pouco pra bater 400 likes aí.
And now...
Ó, avião chegando, hein? Vamos ver se esse avião tá aparecendo no fight. Vamos ver. Mano, não tá aparecendo, cara, esses aviões aí. Olha só, galera. Atenção aí nisso aí. Não... Ah, deixa eu tirar o filtro, pera aí, calma. Errei, foi, moleque. Deixa eu dar F5 aqui. Não tá aparecendo, não tá aparecendo aqui, galera, ó. Os aviões que tá passando aqui, ó, indo e voltando, não tá aparecendo aqui, hein. Aqui, ó. Aqui é Beirute, ó. Aqui é onde tá sendo a gravação. Tá vendo, ó? Beirute. Ó o aeroporto aqui. O aeroporto fica desse lado aqui. E não tá aparecendo, cara. Que loucura, hein? E o avião tá aqui, ó. Será que aqui tá atrasado? Porque aqui já passou o avião faz tempo, mano.
Hold on one moment. Let me get the volume up a little bit. Let's get the volume up a little bit. So we are keeping an eye on B-2s had dropped dozens of 2,000-pound penetrator bombs today, he said. Or one of them said it. Targeting...
Ó, os B-12 hoje lançaram dezenas de bombas penetradoras.
Deeply buried. So we're watching right now Beirut because Israel is expected to launch more airstrikes in Beirut, Lebanon. They have launched a bunch already. They issued an unprecedented evacuation order today for the southern suburbs of Beirut, telling everybody to get out of an area where hundreds of thousands of people will live. But
Israel emitiu uma ordem de evacuação sem precedentes no subúrbio do sul de Beirute. Certo? Então hoje o bagulho vai ser louco, mano. A live vai ser embaçada hoje, hein?
I appreciate people being with us. Let me thank a couple people real quick. Let me just say thanks to a couple people real quick, and then we'll get back into the updates. Excuse me. Thanks so much to Sihan Bali from Turkey. Sihan Bali. Two last names I remember.
Lembrando o seguinte, ó.
Josh Barnes, Michael Perry.
Deixa eu lembrar uma coisa pra vocês aqui, tá?
Matthew F84FZ.
Lembrando que você pode se tornar membro. Se torne membro no canal na Lata Driver, certo? Pra gente poder... Limpa a câmera pra não ver a live embaçada. Que câmera? Ah, essa câmera aqui? Pessoal, se torne membro do canal. Nós temos um grupo no WhatsApp exclusivo para os membros, tá? Então, você se tornando membro, você entra automaticamente no nosso grupo. Eu estou no grupo, a gente conversa todo dia, a gente bate um papo. Oxe, olha o cara entrando aqui na sala. Aqui, ó, no vácuo aqui. Certo? Então se torne membro, deixe seu Live Pix, certo? Lembrando que vamos dar R$200 para quem mandar o maior Live Pix. Eu vou aumentar o tempo aqui do sorteio, galera, porque é o seguinte. Aqui tava às 9 horas, mas às 9 horas eu vou estar indo cortar o cabelo. Beleza? Eu vou aumentar isso daqui vou colocar pra meia-noite. Fechou? Cadê? Deixa eu ver aqui. Vou colocar pra 1 hora da manhã. 1 hora da manhã, porque aí vira. Vamos iniciar. Como não teve nenhum Live Pix ainda, eu vou tirar essa promo agora. E na parte da noite a gente faz essa brincadeira aí, fechou? Ou a gente pode fazer um pouco mais cedo, que eu vou sair de casa às 8. Vamos fazer às 8 então. Pode ser, galera? Pra galera que tá aqui agora, apoio. Vou fazer a brincadeira pro pessoal que tá aqui, 8h30. Tem 1 hora pra vocês participarem, fechou? Eu não vou encerrar a live, galera. A live vai ficar aberta. Eu vou cortar o cabelo, a live vai ficar aberta, tá? Fechou? R$8h30 valendo R$200. Como é que funciona, galera? Quem mandar um Live Pix vai aparecer aqui, ó, nessa parte da tela aqui. Eu vou aumentar aqui vou aumentar aqui agora o tamanho, beleza? Pera, deixa eu só arrumar aqui. Ó. Vamos colocar aqui, ó. Aqui está os tops doadores, tá? Do LivePix, beleza? Como vocês podem ver aí, beleza? Desconsidera esses valores aqui, que esses valores aqui não estão mais concorrendo. Inclusive, deixa eu ver se eu consigo limpar isso, pera aí. É, mano, eu acho que eu não vou conseguir fazer agora a brincadeira, porque... Porque eu não vou conseguir tirar esse pessoal aí da tela. É, galera, não vai dar pra fazer a brincadeira agora. Só depois da meia-noite. Só depois da meia-noite, tá? Então desconsidera aí, tá? Desconsidera. Cobertura completa do que está acontecendo na guerra de Israel com os Estados Unidos apoiando e em ataques organizados hoje nessa madrugada, início da noite lá no Líbano, tá? Certo? Início da madrugada lá no Líbano. Então Israel está fazendo ataques aí direcionados em direção ao Líbano, Beirute, para tentar neutralizar áreas no qual equipes do Hezbollah, do grupo terrorista Hezbollah, estão guardando armamentos e se protegendo. Israel soltou um comunicado para o Líbano, para o pessoal, para o povo aqui do subúrbio do Beirute evacuarem suas casas e irem para abrigos, pois Israel vai atacar.
That's what Gemini AI says. One of his songs mentions, I think, going to Beirut and doing a show. I'm not an Eminem expert. Thanks, God Frisia from New Zealand. A son-loving mom, thank you. Nate, thank you. Yeah, CENTCOM says there was no American plane shot down that shot down over Iraq. There had been a couple reports that the Basra police had said they were looking for an American pilot.
Caralho, já chutei essa porra desse tênis umas 3 vezes, velho. Caramba, quase quebrei meu dedo agora.
American plane was shot down.
Lembrando que hoje o Irã fez utilização de mísseis que não poderiam fazer, tá? Ó, como vocês podem ver. Podia, possível.
Al-Mayadeen reports a violent airstrike on the town of Toul in southern Lebanon. This is not southern Lebanon. Israel has been conducting strikes in different parts of Lebanon on Hezbollah, major military activity against Hezbollah in Lebanon now, and in recent days by Israel. Well, what is this? I'm seeing a report about an explosion at an Iraqi oil facility.
Só a próxima vez, Jean, passa a informação para mim, tá? Por favor.
There's an oil facility, there was an explosion at an oil processing facility in Kurdistan, Iraq. No injuries.
Ó, explosão em uma instalação petrolífera iraniana. Vamos atualizar aqui para ver se o mundo vai atualizar. Deixa eu ver aqui.
That's from Shamaran Petroleum Corp. They released that announcement.
Para quem tá chegando agora e não viu,
here, look. Shamaran Petroleum Corp. There was an explosion at a oil processing facility.
Para quem não viu, isso aqui é importante, ó.
The Saran.
Olha isso. Presidente Trump voltou a oferecer imunidade total a qualquer militar e membro das forças de segurança do Irã que aceitar depor as armas. Perfect, hein? Vamos dar uma olhada aqui nas câmeras para ver como é que tá a situação nesse exato momento. Eu acho que essa câmera aqui eu tenho, deixa eu ver, peraí. Ó, Jerusalém, Beirute, com indícios aqui de bombardeio, né, como vocês viram. Nós temos câmeras em Doha também e em Del Afif, certo?
Gates of Olympus. Jogue a partir de 20 centavos. E você pode ganhar 15 rodadas.
Between 27,000 and 38,000 barrels of oil per day.
Ó, a câmera deu um zoom aqui, não deu? Vamos dar uma olhada agora como tá a situação do espaço aéreo aqui de Beirute. Vamos colocar aqui todos. Ah, já tá todos aqui, né? Sim, nitidamente o espaço aéreo de Beirute, eu não sei se ele é em 24 horas, né? Mas ele tá sem operações, tá bom? Locais aqui próximos aqui também, ó. Del Afif. Ó, avião de carga. Um avião de Israel de carga. Avião americano, militar. Avião de passageiro, certo? De Israel. E avião. Cara, eu não teria coragem de hoje estar em Israel e pegar um avião. Só se fosse pra fugir mesmo. Tipo, não, vambora, vamos fugir. E sair rezando porque é embaçado. Mais avião de Israel aqui com passageiro, tá, galera? Esses aviões aqui é com passageiro, ó. Esse aqui é de militar dos Estados Unidos militar, ó. Esse avião aqui é um avião de passageiro também, da Jordânia. Jordânia também de passageiro. Esses aviões pretos aqui eu acho muito lindo da Jordânia. Estados Unidos.
Oh, I found it right here from 2 hours ago. From 2 hours ago.
Ó.
Radar
olha,
bases
vocês viram? Vocês viram a bala? Vocês viram?
Hit in Jordan and
Breaking
UAE,
news, quem viu?
Satellite images show.
Quem viu a bala comendo solta aqui, ó? Pra cima.
Suggest that Iran is seeking to degrade air defenses by
Caralho,
destroying
mano, tirozão passando a milhão aqui, ó.
detect incoming missiles and drones. That's interesting.
Caralho, deixa eu voltar pra gente ver aqui se a gente consegue.
They say the radar system for an American THAAD
presta atenção aqui, galera, ó. Presta atenção aqui, ó. Vai passar aqui, ó, fica vendo. 15 segundos.
Of the US-Israeli strikes on Iran. In the first days. Buildings housing similar systems were hit at 2 locations in the UAE. It's unclear if the equipment was damaged. I don't know if that's something they can
Espera,
still,
espera,
if they
espera.
were trying to do it, can they still do it well, given the damage they have taken now in Iran?
Espera.
And they probably have certainly fewer missiles and fewer launches and all that.
Pô, cadê o bagulho, velho? Puta, vai ser difícil de pegar de novo, hein?
And fewer people to launch them, said one of our viewers. Airstrike, new strike on the left. New strike, right now.
Cadê?
New airstrike, we just saw it right now, and you might see it on the top. Keep your eye on the top camera because I think the top camera is behind the bottom camera.
Cadê?
So you might see it on the top again. Keep an eye out, but we just saw it. We just saw it right now. New airstrike.
Breaking news, ataque nesse exato momento.
Wow.
Breaking news. Cadê?
Did we just see it on the top there? Oh, there were two? Were there two of them? Was there another one back there?
Pô, cadê?
I think there might have been a second one. I will rewind. I can rewind and show you. There might have been two. Again, there may have been two.
Cadê nessa câmera aqui, velho?
I can rewind that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove this one. Let's go back real quick and see this.
Agora vai aparecer aqui, galera, ó. Ó o ataque aqui, galera, ó.
Hang on.
Não tava no ângulo dessa câmera aqui, mano. Puta que
I'm
pariu,
rewinding it.
perdemos
We're
nessa
gonna watch.
câmera.
This is moments ago. Moments ago here. Moments ago. We're
Acabou de ter
rewinding
ataque,
it.
hein,
Look on
galera.
the left there. Watch on the left. You will see definitely one strike.
Essa câmera aqui não pegou, galera.
You know, I'm playing this over right now. This is about 2 minutes ago. Right now. Whoa,
Foi aqui, ó.
right there. Wow. Oh no, it wasn't a second strike because the camera moved it to the center. So it was one strike and then it got moved, the camera got moved to the center.
Os jatos tá vindo mesmo e tá soltando
Moved
a
it
bomba.
and moved it to the center. Wow. All right, so new Israeli airstrike in Beirut, Lebanon.
Isso é agora, galera. É ao vivo, pô. Ao vivo, ao vivo. Ao vivo, breaking news, ao vivo. Por isso que a gente viu um rajadão de AK-47. Os caras devem ter ouvido o
Now,
jato e já
let
começou.
me just forward things here and get us to live.
Foi aqui, ó.
We are live right now. We are live right now. So, Beirut, Lebanon, new Israeli airstrike. Israel is expected to conduct more airstrikes. They have ordered. Earlier today they gave an evacuation order for all of the southern suburbs of Beirut, basically. Hold on, I'm hearing something else. I feel like I'm hearing another plane in the sky.
Caralho, que fita, hein, velho. Impressionante, hein, mano. Vamos ver se a gente pega outras câmeras aqui, pera aí. Vou tentar achar outras câmeras aqui, que essa câmera aqui não tá muito da hora não, mano. Papo 10.
There's a second camera. There's two different cameras I can show. Maybe real quick what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put... That camera seems all right now. Let's make this one small. We're gonna make this small at the top, just in case. Oh, is it still doing this thing?
Acho que vai ter mais, hein?
Just to have it there. No, I'm gonna replace it. That top camera is having these.
Mano, o bagulho é louco, né, rapaziada?
That's the bottom camera. Okay.
Meu Deus do céu, mano. Como que pode um negócio desse? Deixa eu ver se essa câmera aqui.
No, it's not the same camera. I have 3 different cameras. But they're all basically showing the same area. So again, we're expecting more strikes in the southern suburbs.
Ele comprou 3 câmeras, gente.
We have already seen a number of them. I just need a minute here.
Eu queria achar essa câmera que tá com zoom que ele tá usando aí, velho. Que câmera que é essa aí, mano? Vamos tentar achar, mano.
You must have seen, what, 4 or 5
essa
on
câmera aí
here?
é porque na live dele perde a qualidade, entendeu? Se a gente pega a câmera mesmo, a gente tá boneco. Aqui eu acho que eu achei.
Fala galerona, tá começando mais um Resenha da ONA, eu, você e nossa musa dos games, Kathleen Sereia, que hoje voltou, ela voltou, rapaz.
Voltei, galera, voltei voando, porque hoje a gente vai falar do JetX.
Ih, tô achando que isso aqui foi armado, viu? Produção, isso foi armado, porque Creito falou do Aviator e ela tá falando do JetX hoje, então acho que tem uma competição aí, viu?
Assim, eu sou da galera do JetX, entendeu? Assim, nada contra quem gosta, você que gosta aí do Aviator, não tem problema nenhum, mas o Jet gera mais.
Já coloca aí nos comentários, vocês são do time do JetX ou do Aviator? Bota aí que eu quero ver, e o porquê também, viu?
Gente, assim, pra quem não conhece o JetX, ele funciona de tal forma, é aquele jogo do avião que ele vai subindo e você tem que decidir a hora que vai sair.
Parece com o Aviator, mas não é.
É verdade, porque assim, o Aviator é uma linha mais retrô, é uma linha mais vintage.
Esse já é uma pegada mais futurista, entendeu? Jatão, vai que vai.
Eu prefiro o JetX, assim, porque dá mais adrenalina, entendeu? Assim, ele é imprevisível? É imprevisível. Mas quando você ganha, você ganha.
Agora, Kathleen, veja só. JetX ou Aviator, qual desses dá mais frio na barriga?
O JetX, porque ele desafia, né?
Como assim?
Ele te confronta mesmo, entendeu? Ele provoca mesmo, entendeu?
Entendi. Ele era aquele que olha pra você e diz assim, vamos ver se esse bicho é corajoso mesmo.
Exatamente. O JetX é desse jeitinho mesmo, entendeu? Porque ele mexe com o quê? Com o orgulho da gente. Aí você tá jogando lá e você fica, pois eu vou jogar mais um pouquinho. Aí você continua. Mas também quando você consegue voar alto e ganhar, meu filho, oxe, é outra coisa.
Aí é que você não sai nem tão cedo.
Claro, eu vou sair logo no início, é besteira. Oxi.
Mas se sair tarde demais, vira prejuízo.
Mas ele quer testar pra ver se você é valente, né?
Mas valente demais quebra a cara. É melhor ficar com o pé no chão, galera, e jogar consciente.
No Papinho de Fama de hoje, vamos falar com ele. Ele que é ousado, ele que é corajoso, imponente, ele que tá voando alto. JetX.
Ali, macho véi!
Opa, querido. Jet, dizem que você é mais ousado que o Aviator, é verdade?
Já tem coragem de mamar em onça, rapaz. Eu escolho até onde eu vou e quem não aguentar que corra.
Pera lá, então você tá querendo dizer que quem sai cedo demais é o quê?
Devagar demais pra voar alto.
E quem sai tarde?
Bem, aí é porque lesou mesmo, né? Já não tem o que fazer.
Fala só pra gente aqui. Você gosta de competir com o Aviator, né?
Amigo, eu não competo, não tem barulho com ele, não. É ele lá e eu cá.
E agora, claro, uma mensagem para os jogadores da ONA.
Pois vamos lá. Olha, coragem sem controle vira queda. Mas controle sem coragem, aí ninguém voa, né, meu amigo? Mas tá brincando, né?
Querido, sim. Esse foi o JetX, pessoal. E vai ficando por aqui. Menino, me conta. Oxe, que nem uma coisa mais gosto.
E aí, curtiu a resenha com o JetX?
Já aproveita, bota aqui nos comentários se você é do time do Aviator ou do JetX.
Já comenta aqui, porque essa treta não vai terminar hoje, não.
Já se inscreve no canal, curte e compartilha, ativa o sininho.
Até a próxima resenha da ONA e tchau!
Por que escolher 7 games? Essa é fácil, passa. A 7 Games é uma plataforma completa, segura, responsável e muito divertida. Para quem entrar em bola dividida com outras bets, se aqui tem cashback, torneios imperdíveis e muito mais. Mude o jogo a seu favor. Na 7 Games, você é green.
Caixa 5. Ele fica aqui propositalmente para estar fazendo com que os caças que estão vindo aqui sobrevoando o Irã, eles possam vir próximo desse avião e fazer o reabastecimento, tá? Então isso aqui é um avião tanque. Beleza? Exatamente a mesma coisa que esses aviões aqui, beleza? Então esses aviões aqui, eles fazem o reabastecimento dos caças aí, e eu vou te mostrar como é que é feito.
The beeps are coming. One of the cameras there. I don't know if they're taking cameras or taking pictures or something.
Tá vendo? Olha aqui, ó. Aqui fazendo um reabastecimento no ar, ó. Ó, só tem um reabastecimento. Tá,
I can show one more time the last strike if people want to see it quickly again. Israel is hitting what it says are Hezbollah targets.
Bom, daqui meia hora eu vou cortar
really
o cabelo,
quick.
certo?
It doesn't take a long time to do it.
Israel está atingindo o que dizem ser alvos do Hezbollah, é isso aí.
Really quick, I'm just going to replay this real quick. This is on. Sorry, well that happened. It's loud.
Ele tá puxando.
Turn it down a little bit. Sorry
Ele
about
tá vendo o
that.
replay aqui, galera, ó.
Let's just replay what happened a short while ago. If it works. It's trying to replay it. Is this it, or was that too far back? I don't think I went back. Did I go back far enough?
Bruno, seja bem-vindo, Bruno. Tamo junto.
I gotta find it. It's after that.
Ó, mas aqui desse lado aqui é ao vivo, tá, galera? Ó, desse lado aqui é ao vivo, aqui ele tá fazendo replay, ó. Mas aqui é ao vivo, tá? Aqui ele tá dando replay, mas aqui é ao vivo.
Oh, sorry. It's right here. This is about. I'm just replaying on the bottom camera from about 20 minutes ago. Watch the left of the camera, the left side of the camera.
Ó, aqui vai acontecer o disparo.
About 20
beleza?
minutes ago.
Vai ser bem aqui, ó. Acompanhe aqui o disparo em tempo replay,
Top
tá?
is live.
Ó.
If I queued this up correctly.
Ó, vai acontecer aqui, ó.
Right there.
Foi bem aqui.
That was the last one we saw.
Galera, eu vou cortar o cabelo, a live vai continuar aqui, cara. Eu vou deixar vocês na live aí.
20 minutes ago.
Vocês me esperem aí, mano. O pau vai torar.
I think that was the last one we saw, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that was the last one we saw. About 20 minutes ago. So that was, again, that's a replay on the bottom camera. The top camera is live. Just want to let people see that.
Não, eu vou estar com vocês no chat aí.
Now I'm gonna make this
Vamos
one
rasgar a
live
madrugada,
again.
todo mundo juntos aí de novo, mais uma madrugada que a gente vai
Now
rasgar.
we are live on both. Coming up, you'll see. Now we're live on both.
Alerta! Alerta,
Look at
alerta,
this.
atenção, alerta. Red alerta, não sei por que não tocou. Pera aí, deixa eu tirar desse... Eu vou ter que colocar no outro de novo, pera aí.
Hang on a moment.
Por que não tá tocando essa porra, mano? Alerta em Israel, hein, galera?
Oh, people are saying there's an alert. Hold on. There is... I think there was a brief rocket alert, but I just checked and I don't see it anymore. There was a rocket alert in northern Israel, but it's not even on the, it's not on the alert map anymore. AP is showing anti-aircraft fire. I can put that back up on the screen. I'll put the AP camera back up. Hold on. I'll put it back up. Some people said they saw anti-aircraft fire on the AP cam. I gotta turn this one down, the volume.
Ó, eles viram também, tá, ó. Algumas pessoas disseram que viram fogo antiaéreo na câmera do AP, que é essa câmera aqui, ó. Foi aquela hora que a gente viu o tiro.
Try it.
Teve uma hora que deu um tiro aqui, ó. Foi aqui. Ele tá tentando puxar.
Both of those cameras are live.
Alerta em Israel. Vamos ver se vai tocar aqui, mano. Não sei porque que não tá tocando essa porra, velho. Poco Mago falou que teve mais alertas lá também. Pessoal, falta 15 likes pra gente bater 500 likes.
Faytux News says there has reportedly been a strike at Ali Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait.
Vamos tentar bater aí 500 likes, tropa.
Faytux Network.
Você gosta de assistir filmes pornôs? Encontrei um aplicativo recém-lançado que te permite assistir quantos filmes quiser, totalmente de graça. É muito fácil de usar e funciona no seu celular, onde quer que você esteja, a qualquer momento. Não é necessário assinatura nem pagamento e o conteúdo gratuito é de alta qualidade.
Sabe aquele quase que dói na alma? No Rei, você não precisa mais sofrer, porque chegou a escadinha. Com ela, basta definir um intervalo de atuação do craque. Se ele for monstro, você ganha. Mas se ele não for tão bem, você não precisa perder tudo. É a segurança que faltava para usar com mais inteligência. Quem sabe de degrau em degrau, você não atinge o topo. Abra o app e teste agora mesmo a escadinha do Rei.
Jogue com responsabilidade. Produto destinado para maiores de 18 anos.
Eu já marquei, pô. Aqui, ó.
I'll see if I can find anything more about that. The Saudi Arabia Defense Ministry says 3 ballistic missiles were launched towards Prince Sultan Air Base and were intercepted and destroyed.
Intercept and enjoy. Muita fumaça, hein? Pessoal, eu vou lá cortar o cabelo, beleza? E aí eu volto. A live vai continuar rolando, beleza? Vocês vão acompanhar, fechou? A live vai continuar com vocês, mas a minha presença física não estará aqui. Estarei com vocês aqui no celular. Eu marquei, mano. E lá é foda, mano. Desmarcar é embaçado. Beleza? Eu vou deixar a live aqui, tô acompanhando vocês aqui pelo chat. Acompanha aí comigo, beleza? Daqui a pouco eu tô de volta. Fechou? Toma conta aí, mano. Toma conta do canal aí, cara.
Israeli strikes in southern Lebanon.
Vou colocar aqui o fone pra carregar.
About 2:36 Iran time, 1:06 a.m. Lebanon and Israel time. Yeah, I believe that is smoke from the previous strike. It's interesting, Ariel Oserin, there was a report of an explosion in Dubai earlier. It's unconfirmed, and we never heard anything more about it. Ariel Oserin, who's with I-24 News, says Dubai authorities haven't said anything about it. I don't know that it's unclear if something actually did happen there. I was talking about that several hours ago. Video that looked like a significant explosion in Dubai. I think some of these countries put it pretty tight. They rein in pretty tightly the media coverage when stuff is going on. Thank you, by the way, to for I am TAC. Who wonders if the strikes on the weekend will be larger if stock market is, because stock market is closed? That I have no idea. I don't know if that's something that factors in. Thank you, I am TAC. Pete Hegseth said that, I believe he said that the intensity of strikes is going to be increasing, if I remember correctly. Thank you, I am TAC. Also, DJ Luca. DJ Luca, there were some reports that Iran launched a cluster munition earlier tonight at Israel, which I know there have been reports of that earlier in the conflict. I can't confirm that. Thank you, DJ Luca. That's a munition with a warhead that contains a bunch of smaller munitions in it. And they spread out. Right, the top feed is driving me crazy with all the stopping and starting. I gotta switch to the other feed. The top feed is really driving me bonkers. I don't know why the top feed is so bad tonight. The AP feed is having issues, and I have no idea why. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to the Reuters feed on the top and leave that up there. Thank you so much, DJ Luca. I appreciate that. Thanks, Benny Hill. Sadi CB, Peasy Wheats, Matthew F. 8F4Z, thank you, Matthew. God Frieza from New Zealand. What I'm going to have to eat something. I have not eaten anything all stream. In a second, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple minutes and just eat something. But I'll keep an eye on things, and if anything happens while I'm eating, I'll just come right back. I'm not going anywhere. Thank you, Lorna Landgren. Lorna, I have not heard any updates about armed Kurds. There were conflicting reports yesterday about whether Kurds had launched a ground offensive in western Iran. Some reports say the U.S. is arming Kurds or has been to oppose Iran. I have heard nothing major about that today. Nothing major new. I'll see if I see anything later on it. Thank you, Lorna. Why am I hearing static? It's the Reuters. But
Na Betano, você tem mais de 4.000 jogos para se divertir de forma segura.
Vire um craque em Ronaldinho Spins. Encontre os símbolos iguais e seja o artilheiro dos prêmios. Confia, Betano.
Vai, Tigrinho! É Vera.bet. Chega pra cá que eu tenho novidade pra você. A nossa roleta de prêmios é grátis pra jogar. Clicou? Roda, 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 roda. Vamos ver o que vai dar, vamos ver o que vai dar. 100 rodadas do Tigrinho! Vai, Tigrinho! Vem pra Vera.bet. Bora roxar.
Baghdad and Ankara. Thanks Kongler for subscribing, Brobama Bin Laden for subscribing, Stera for subscribing. Boom out of here and Pufferfish Carrot for your support. Yeah, let me we're going to keep our coverage. We're keeping the coverage going. I need to I have some food right here. I'm going to get off the screen for a second and just eat something. But I'll be watching the entire time, and if something happens while I'm eating, I'll just come right back on. But let me do that. I do need to eat something. I have not eaten. Let's see. I'm not really cooking anything. I'm just heating a couple things up. So shouldn't take too long. But I'm going to keep an eye out. Guys, I'll keep watching while I'm eating, and so if anything big happens, I'm just going to jump right back on. All right, so hang tight. I'm leaving the cameras on for you. I will be watching. We'll keep you updated on what's going on. In both, well, Iran, Israel, Beirut, wherever we hear big news. So I will be back in a couple minutes, a few minutes.
Ixi, o Steve saiu também? Tava cagando. Tava cagando. Pera aí que eu já volto, rapaziada. Vou lá cortar o cabelo. Minha carteira. Já volto.
Tem. Mano, eu ganhei 3 mil. Na gestão de banco aqui, eu vou arrancar meu dinheiro. Na gestão tem que arrancar. Aqui eu me fudi. Aqui eu me fudi, mano.
É só um. Só?
Só um, Marcia. Vê se é o... Tu pegou o...
Tá.
É ele. É uma só. Perdemos. Joga um leite em pó também. Porra, bota... Confia. Uma colherzinha de leite em pó fraca.
Confia igual o Rafael quando bota limão na melancia.
Não, limão na melancia me esculachou, velho. É azedão, mano.
Você ganhou.
Tá bom. Eu saí positivo?
Por favor.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. Hang on. I saw that there was a There was a rocket alert in northern Israel, but it's gone now. Turn these down a little bit. There was a rocket alert in northern Israel, briefly, and then we are here bringing you live coverage. I just saw a report from Shin, who I follow, of explosions in Isfahan, Iran. So the airstrikes on Iran continue today. And we've seen a number of strikes by Israel and Beirut, Lebanon, and they are expected to launch more. Israel earlier today issued an unprecedented evacuation order for the southern suburbs of Beirut and told everybody to leave. So we're waiting to see what happens. Oh, hold on a moment here. We're waiting to see what happens in Beirut. Thanks, by the way, to Melody CJ and Boss Matic. I really appreciate it. Maureen Daly, D-Tex. Thank you, D-Tex. And want to shout out our moderators too. Thanks so much to our moderators. We have Bastion Girl, Big Ball of Yarn, LB Prairie Dawn, Idaho Star, Mark HNC, Matthew Kohai 3, and Surly Dev over on Twitch. Huge thanks. Linda Belk, Larry, Misha over on X. Thank you so much. Beth Mythical is moderating. Thank you so much, Beth Mythical. And also our Facebook moderators, Tina Niazi, Paul Anderson, Margaret Riley, Kay Lowry Body, thank you. Thanks to Rachel Louise Gibson and Diane Allworth for the Facebook stars. Very nice of you, thank you. What happened to...
Deixa eu entrar aqui pra ver, mano. Eu não vi essa raspadinha ainda. Play. Ah, são 1 milhão! 1 milhão! Se eu ganhar 1 milhão agora... Cadê esse coelho?
César mandou
Play
3
5?
reais. Nisso e gordinho.
Demorou, César, já vejo. Play 5, Fortuna Snake. Eu já sei o que vai vir. Fortuna Snake. Play 5, Porsche 911. Quem não quer uma Porsche? Quem que não quer, cara? E veio o Fortuna Snake, né? 50 giros no Fortuna Snake. Beleza, top, mano. Opa, aqui, ó. Lembrete da oferta, rapaziada, que eu ganhei lá no baú, né? Na raspadinha. Ver agora. 50 giros grátis de quanto? 50 de 2 reais, porra.
Caralho.
Tá bom, mano. 50 giros de 2 reais, rapaziada. Deixa eu girar aqui, mano. Isso é jogão. Opa! Meu Deus do céu. Tá bugado. Tá bom. Pagou esse aqui. Mais 20. Tá bom. Mano, solta o bônus agora. 3 rodadas, rapaziada. Só soltar um boninho. Bônus agora. Tá bom, mano. 193, rapaziada. Com os giros grátis da roleta, mano. Com R$2. Com R$2.
Tem nego que tá rasgando dinheiro igual idiota pra poder chamar a atenção de vocês, né? Isso aqui, mas eu falando e fazendo, mas não, isso aqui é de verdade mesmo, não é de mentira não. Só que o bagulho é o seguinte, isso aqui não foi que eu rasguei não, é que eu tava usando os elásticos, tanto que você pode ver, ó. Olha aqui embaixo. Na bolsa tá tudo sem elástico, ó. Agora, não usa elástico aí, ó. Pode ver que tá tudo jogado aí, ó. Sem elástico. Aqui foi o elástico que rasgou. Mas o que eu quero dizer pra vocês é que esses videozinhos aqui que os caras pagam pra vocês verem, o cara geralmente vai lá e rasga dinheiro, queima dinheiro, só pra mostrar que tem dinheiro. Mas isso é ser um idiota, né? Inclusive, o cara que faz isso provavelmente vai ficar duro. Porque o dinheiro você tem que amar ele, senão ele, ó, some do você. Eu falei tudo isso só pra enrolar mesmo, só pra mostrar uma coisa pra vocês, só pra me falar. Primeiro eu vou falar uma coisa. Isso eu nunca tinha revelado antes, na verdade eu já uso esse blog há muito tempo, porque eu conheço o dono, sei que ele é multimilionário, conheço o dono dessa casa que eu vou mostrar pra vocês. Ele é focado no dinheiro, mas eu nunca tinha passado isso pra vocês, que é o seguinte, eu que fico mamando. Eu vou mamando nas tetas dele, eu vou mamando. Agora que eu vou passar pra vocês vão mamar também, que eu não sei até quanto tempo vai durar. Mas é assim, porque isso aqui que eu vou falar agora eu sei que você nunca ouviu. Você se cadastrar na casa, você ganha dinheiro. E não é pouco dinheiro, não é que você ganha dinheiro. Não é pouco dinheiro, não. Tanto que eu tô mamando faz tempo. Essa conta que nós fez antes de ontem, ela tem 9 mil, tá vendo? Entendeu? E ela tá com 9 mil. Então ainda tá funcionando. E com certeza se você entrar, vai funcionar também. Só que não dá pra saber quanto tempo, porque um cara também não tem dinheiro infinito, né? Mas ó, tá vendo que ele tá dando de graça as paradas, ó? Vamos nessa essa raspadinha aqui pra ver, ó. Puta BM. Esses bagulho assim, tipo BM, isso aqui eu nunca ganhei não, mas vamos ver o que vai dar aqui. PS5 é difícil de vir também, mas vem, ó. Parabéns, você foi o grande vencedor. Foi um prêmio de 3 mil reais ser acreditado em saldo real. Esses 3 mil já vem no seu saldo, esses 3 mil você pode torar o pau. E se você quiser sacar, você vai lá e já logo saca também, e de graça. Você não precisa que, eu não acredito, não sei o quê. Primeiro que você é viado de falar um negócio desse. Segundamente, testa pra você ver. Testa, não vai custar nada, porque você vai ganhar o bagulho de graça só se cadastrando. Você não precisa depositar uma. É só se cadastrar no bagulho.
Traffic was gridlocked today as panicked residents tried to flee after Israel's military issued an evacuation notice, telling residents to save your lives and evacuate your homes immediately. Hours later, strikes began to hit the Beirut suburbs. We have seen some. Normally Israel would say, evacuate this building, evacuate this building. This time they said evacuate the whole area of the city. They have never issued a blanket evacuation for the southern suburbs. Israel's far-right finance minister Bezalel Smotrich warned today that the southern suburbs of Beirut, where Hezbollah has a strong presence, will look like Khan Yunis, a city in Gaza that Israel has decimated. Smotrich said, "You wanted to bring hell on us, we are bringing hell on you. Dahiya will look like Khan Yunis." The evacuation order, I think, came out around 2:30 p.m., roughly Lebanon time. So I would certainly expect more strikes than we've seen. Actually, a bunch more, given I may be wrong, but this was a blanket evacuation order. But I'm also guessing, given that it's such a big evacuation order, that they would give a bunch of time for people to leave. Tiena Wood says, sounds like a carpet bombing is coming. It's 1:44 a.m. local time. And this evacuation order went out at, I have to look it up. It went out at let's see. It was 7:51 Eastern. So it went out about 11 hours ago. So roughly, about 2:45 or something local time in Lebanon. And about 2 hours ago, the Israeli Defense Force said they had begun a wave of airstrikes targeting Hezbollah terrorist infrastructure in Beirut's southern suburbs. They announced that a couple hours ago. But, I mean, we've maybe seen like 2 or 3 strikes since then. So I just anticipate that there's going to be a bunch more. I just, it doesn't make sense that they would order a blanket evacuation unless they were intending on doing a lot. The glow on the right that Jason Carlton mentioned, there must be a fire from a previous strike or something. You can see that building glowing. I think the camera's going to zoom in there right now. You can see a couple of glows actually in different locations. David Joe Klotz says, Israel does not carpet bomb. But, again, so I really do think that there's going to be a bunch more strikes. I just don't know when that's going to be. We'll have to see. History Underfoot thinks there's no way everyone got out. People are in danger. Our viewer Law Search pointed out that the Bahrain Interior Ministry, I'm reading their post right now, said Iran targeted 2 hotels and a residential building in Manama, causing damage but no loss of life. So again, Bahrain said that, I assume it was Iranian drones or missiles, hit 2 hotels and a residential building in the capital, causing material damage but no loss of life. I don't know, I feel like maybe in Bahrain, countries like Bahrain and Dubai and stuff, you hear about things happening and you don't really see much. It's possible people are not allowed in those countries to like post that stuff to social media. Because you just don't hear much about it. Oh, I'm sorry, Dubai is part of the UAE. So if I said Dubai was a country, it's a part of the UAE. New airstrike on the right, coming up right now. Look at this on the right. Boom. Whoa. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. New airstrike. We just saw it right there. Wow. Right in front of the camera. Saw it on the top too. We just saw another airstrike, and again, I think you're going to see a bunch more. Yeah, some of our viewers are talking about might be scary for people in the camera. They might be kind of far away. I mean, I don't know how much the camera is zoomed in. I'm sure it's scary anyway. One of our viewers said, "Hope the camera has a decent zoom on it." Wow. Hey, so by the way, I just saw something. I was talking about Bahrain, right? I just want to mention this real quick. There's a newspaper, The Peninsula in Qatar. And the newspaper in Qatar, The Peninsula, reported recently that in Bahrain, they reported this yesterday, in Bahrain, 4 individuals, I think they posted, 4 individuals were arrested. They filmed and published videos related to the effects of Iranian attacks, including content expressing sympathy with the attack, as well as footage taken from military sites. They were arrested for misusing social media. My point is that in places like Bahrain or Dubai, I'm not sure, but it's possible that you're just not allowed to post when there's an attack. You're not allowed to post stuff on social media about it. What is all that beeping? Which one is that? Is that the Reuters or the other stream? People said they do on TikTok, not so much on X. One person said that. I should check some TikTok more for stuff. Which camera is that? That might have been the Reuters camera. Let me replay.
Algumas oportunidades só acontecem uma vez na vida. Essa é uma delas. Por tempo limitado, você pode ter acesso antecipado às vantagens de quem já fatura alto na Hotmart, antes mesmo de chegar lá. Aperte o botão e garanta seus benefícios enquanto dá tempo.
Ah, jogou mal, jogou mal. É um time ruim, Time ruim.
Fala aí, garotinho. Você tá aí de bobeira ainda, não girou a roleta do craque Neto na 100K? Gira agora, você tá de sacanagem, né? Pode ganhar até R$1.000 em dinheiro ou 200 rodadas no joguinho. É só clicar aqui. Isso mesmo, clique aqui, é só clicar agora. Clique igual eu, garotinho. Entra lá na 100K e gira, gira e gira, por rápido, fácil e do jeito que o brasileiro gosta. Mas ó, só para maiores de 18 anos, hein? Sempre com responsabilidade. Viu, seu Leudo? Gira a roleta do craque Neto.
I thought I had it queued up. Give it a second. Right here. Wow.